Hello, I'm TU60 and welcome back to the video. Today we're to talk about a lot of concerns that I read about this update and really talk about the future of Minecraft, because as soon as an update comes out, the number one question I get is, so Toycat, now we know TU58, what's coming in TU59, And I wanted to answer that question a little bit later after we're entirely sure about that, but I do want to talk about the next big update, TU60, TU61, right now, because the big thing people ask for is when is the next survival update coming out, and that's something I wanted to answer in today's video. So hopefully you all do enjoy it, like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and lets know you do like these sorts of speculation videos into the future of Minecraft Console Edition. It's been a while since we've done one, but in this case, we really are kind of clear on where things are, because, again, I feel like if people were to pick the update themselves, they're like, okay, you can have any update you want Minecraft Console, what do you want? The big thing people ask for is survival features, and then maybe some creative stuff too, but lots of people want new blocks, they want new mobs, they want new bosses, they want all these sorts of things in Minecraft, so you might question, well, why did we get an update that was filled with minigame stuff then? And the simple answer to that is because now there's a brand new Minecraft, which is, slowly taking over two of the consoles, and the big thing that the remaining Minecraft editions have is their minigames. This is one of the big draws to Minecraft Console Edition. I still go back and I play now the 360 and the PS4 because these minigames are a lot of fun, and they're a lot more fun than the servers on this new version. So that's why they made this update, so you could focus on the big, the big thing that makes this version great. But the second reason they made this update all about minigames is because you've got to keep in mind that the survival features or the creative features would have to come from the PC or from the Pocket Edition. The 4J generally, they port features over from the PC and PE, and then they work on their minigames as their own little baby thing. They generally don't make features for the first time on console unless they're, they're coming for PC soon and it's being guaranteed. And given that right now we don't actually know the direction of the future PC game, we're in this really tricky situation where there literally are not features they can add to the console. So there are some features that the console doesn't have that the PC has, but they're like long-term, stuff like hardcore, it's not really a feature, it's just like, it doesn't necessarily work on console. Stuff like commands, it's like, well, I mean, they're in the game, but like when you try to use them, they cause issues. There's a bunch of issues like this where it's like, they can't necessarily add these things, and that's because we have reached the point where we've caught up with everything on the PC. We did that in the June updates, 1.12 update. We have every single major item available on the PC, and we have done so for the past 3 or 4 months. And this means the future is kind of this weird place because the PC and the PE, both versions combined, I don't know what's been going on, haven't really been working on new features. In fact, the PE's last update was just to catch up the console, so as a weird consequence of the PE getting a little bit behind the console, having to catch up, having to make that better together update, it means they haven't been working on brand new features, which means there aren't brand new features really to add to the console. Like, a few features they could be adding is stuff like, armor stands, making them have different poses, but besides like tiny changes like that, little, slight exclusive changes, besides tiny things like that, there's pretty much nothing that's been done new on the PE, which means there hasn't been anything that the console edition can update to. So to answer the kind of, two linked questions of when is the next survival update coming to the console edition and what will be included in that update, they kind of need to be answered at the same time. And because you got to bear in mind, we need to have some PE features out there, we need to have some brand new PC features, there needs to be Minecraft features for them to put in the game, and there just hasn't really been much of that lately, because the Java version has been slowing down like crazy lately, and the PE version has been working on catching up with console. So I assume at some point in the next month or so, we'll know what will be in the next update, we'll get an idea as to what they're working on, because Minecon is happening in just, I think it's 2.5 weeks now. The digital show will know a lot of features in the brand new versions of Minecraft then. That's when we're going to have a really good idea as to what to expect in the future, but until that show, or until we see some announcement, we don't necessarily know what they're working on, and I assume 4J will know, sometime a week or two before. They might even know right now, but when they were working on this update over the past few months, they didn't have something to work on, which means they couldn't have made a survival update. It was really kind of this or nothing, and that's why they wanted minigame ideas. So yeah, as far as when can you expect the next survival update, then as soon as there's ideas, but I think more realistically, Minecraft usually has a big December update. They've done it for the console edition every year besides one of its now 5-year existence. It's a pretty much guarantee that they're going to do something for these December update, and although a minigame update would be kind of a big deal, usually every single one of these previous updates has been entirely focused on survival, and given that, people after this update, they're just clamoring for a survival update, they always are when there's a minigame update, it would make so much sense for them to release a survival update this December, which means when can you expect brand new survival features? You can expect them in December, and what can you expect? We don't honestly know yet. I think the new boss is fairly likely, I think some new features, whatever is announced, is fairly likely, but we have to watch the PE development, we have to watch Minecraft, we have to watch all these big things, because we don't know, whenever something is announced for Minecraft, we now know it's coming to Minecraft console as soon as it's coming to the other platforms, which is really great and really exciting, but it means right now we don't know what we're looking forward to, just general survival features. We know there's probably a boss, we know there's probably new mobs, we know there's probably new blocks, but we don't know what any of those things are going to be, and this is both interesting, and as a Minecraft console news guy, it's a really weird place to be, because I've never been in the case where we don't have a roadmap as to what to expect in the future. It was always like, oh yeah, well first they're going to go up to, this 1.2, and then there's slowly lagging behind, so it's like, oh, this is probably 1.4, and then it's 1.4, 1.5, and then we're like, okay, it's definitely 1.12 next update, and it was 1.12, but now we don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be some, like, 1.13 stuff that hasn't even been developed yet, that there isn't even snapshots of. So yeah, on my channel, I'll be covering as soon as we know. It's both exciting and a really strange place to be, but that is why we don't know much about the next Minecraft Console Edition update. So hopefully you do enjoy this video, hopefully explain things for you all properly. If you did all like it, you can like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel. Let's know you do like these sorts of videos. Also, if you do like minigames or you are curious about this, there aren't any secret survival features in this update, but there were a bunch of secret minigame features. I'll be uploading the secret feature video. There's 14 secret features in this update later today. Make sure you check that out. And also, leave a comment down below if you're curious about this whole system we're in. We're like, wait, no survival updates? Leave a comment down below about anything you have to do with TU59, TU60. I'm going to be doing a big TU60 Q&A either this week or next week. One of my Q&A Saturdays will be focused on TU59/TU60. Ask your questions down below or forever hold your peace. I mean, that doesn't make sense because you can just ask later. But ask your questions now, because I will be picking hopefully later today, or if there's not enough questions, I'll do it next week. But leave your questions down below. I'm going to say it one more time because it's important that you do that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for watching today's video. I know the background gameplay is confusing. It was just me going into my old survival one. I'm like, oh, this is kind of different, and then just walking around because now if I want to get TU58 gameplay, I mean, technically it's the same survival, but it's like, I guess I'll walk around this new world just to show that it's the same. Anyway, with that said, it's bizarre background gameplay, but what are you going to do about it? So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my secret feature video in just a few hours. So goodbye.